What's happening, everybody? This is Chris Broussard, and I have the pleasure right now of interviewing my homeboy from Cleveland. We both from Cleveland, Ohio. You saw him in The Last Dance. He was both a teammate of Michael Jordan's and an opponent with the Knicks, the great Charles Oakley. Oak, what's up, man?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Glad to be on the show. Last day, last night was the last night. So today is the day, right. You on the recap.
That's right. Now, how'd you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. Well, we watched some of this 2 years ago in Charlotte. They showed some of the clips and stuff, and what it was going to be about, how it's going to play out. I enjoyed it. I've been around Mike for a long time. I know all the ins and outs about Mike. And Mike grew up. He grew up to be not just a great ball player, but inside a guy who knew how to build an empire, not just basketball player, but knew how to build things. He got an empire in Brad Jordan and other things he invested in. But you see how he built the team from within himself. I never seen an athlete who do that. Took so much into his own self. Didn't tell nobody what he was doing, how he was doing. Just did it.
Really? So from the time you got there, you just saw growth throughout his career. What type of things did you see?
My first year was his second year.
Right.
And, I got drafted by the Bulls, traded from Cleveland to Chicago. I was the ninth pick in the draft from a historic black college, Virginia Union. I guess, I heard about him. I don't know if he had heard about it. He probably heard something about me, but when I came there, I was all business. It was just like, hey, they said, be to work at 10 o'clock, I'm at 8:30. So everything I showed him that I had a lot that, I'm about whatever it takes to win. I'm from a small school. I knew a lot. My college coach, Dave Robin, was a real smart coach. So he told me the fundamentals, play for me and myself, do so what you can do on a consistent basis. So once, guys who, with IQ like his see that and, feel like, well, okay, well, let me see where he go. How he going to carry himself like a gentleman. I had all that down. So if you didn't like me, you didn't like Pepsi.
So there was a lot made in The Last Dance about how tough he was on teammates and all that. Yeah. Did you see that when you got there? Or is that something that developed over the years?
He grew into it. That's why, like FBI, negative case, they don't just jump straight to, they get evidence, they build it up. And that's what he built it up to a point that when we came to the league, it was like drugs everywhere. He even said that. I seen it. He's seen it. The same way he's seen it, I've seen it. I didn't walk away from it. I stayed in the room and I was icing myself down. I came up in that life, so it didn't surprise me. See two or three killers and players do what they do. That they never asked me to do it. So that's the most important thing. So if I made it out of Cleveland and I was just seeing that, I had a chance in probably 6th or 7th grade to do what they were doing at the NBA level. So I didn't do it then. I was about to change at the biggest platform of my life, getting drafted to the NBA. But he grew up seeing that probably stick with him and just saying, when I get my, he had to wait till his turn to be the leader. We had veterans, Orlando Warbies, Quentin Daly. He had Dave Corzine, Sidney Green, David Greenwood. You had a lot of guys picking the top 10 picks. Right. So he didn't wear on them, but they knew he was coming. After making the All-Star team, his rookie year, the next year, averaged 28, 30 points. So you can see him climb that ladder. It just took a little, 5, 6 years to climb it.
It looked like, you saw his upbringing, really good family, looked like kind of a suburban upbringing. And he talked about how when he mentioned the drugs, he had never seen anything like that. Was he it seemed like he almost maybe was a clean cut dude when he really entered the league.
Well, he was brought up in the South. He probably, I don't know, suburban, but in the South, ain't too many of us in the suburban. And we ain't got that white fence around our 25 acres. You might have a cow in the yard, a horse in the yard, and a buggy. So that's how we got around. But his parents was great. His mom, father. They raised him the right way. When he did a lot of things, seemed like he was telling in the document. He did a few things, went sideways, but he got back on track. And and things like some people go sideways, like the guys who was on drugs. It's hard to get back on track. He just did things like just being a kid. You know, you gotta tell me 2 or 3 times, don't listen. Then if something really happened, then I'm sorry. The parents probably give you a little whooping, whatever. But he caught on to it. And then he didn't look back. Once he got that, when he got both his back pockets with 2 wallets in them, he didn't look back. So he couldn't sit down too much. You gotta be around him because he's funny, but you don't think he's funny unless you're with it. He don't come across being funny.
I was gonna ask you, you obviously outside of the basketball, I mean, you guys were really close. What was the bond there beyond he saw that you were a really good player that he could respect on the court? But what kind of made you guys bond as such close friends?
I guess that work, every day in practice, being early, working hard, wasn't drafted from a big school, knew how to work, didn't settle, didn't take shortcuts. Just all out, not even on the court, just being mannered. Like we go out to eat, we go places, and know how to be respectable, and how you carry yourself. People look at the little things. He might not tell you what this and that, but just look and see. Can I trust this guy? He trusted me. It's just a lot of stuff. Like when we played with the Bulls. I mean, every time we go to Cleveland, we hang out. My mother's house, she cooking. I'm getting a few people. Never overdid it. About 6 or 7 family members and the whole team just about come over. We have fun.
So when you were there your first 3 years, so that was Jordan's 4th year when you were traded, how tough was that for you? It worked out, obviously, in New York, but were you really disappointed?
No, I wasn't disappointed. They said some people get divorced and get remarried, but we never lost our friendship. I went to New York. He's in Chicago. In summertime, we always got together. We played hoop at Tim Grover's gym, just played ball in the summer. And I think that, we just had to fight. The Bulls on the rise, and Knicks was building a team. And then we ended up building a team, but we ain't building – it's like building a high-riser. And, 10 years later, that the land going to be worth a lot more money. So the Bulls' high-rise was just higher than the Knicks' high-rise. So they had more land, more floors. And plus, they had Jordan. At that era, it was tough. This man, I've been around him for a long time. He's like, I always tell him, you God's first child. I don't know who the second child is. I know he's the first because he don't tell you. He just stuff because he's so competitive. It's like, we talk about boxing, sports or something on Monday Night Football. At one time, we had talked about this before it happened. He was like 80 out of 81. It's hard to be that. Just picking games and stuff like,
Really?
Yeah, just stuff like that.
Wow. So the stories about him being competitive are legendary. You saw that his competitiveness off the court.
Well, off the court, once we did a lot of stuff. Once we retired, we just traveled the world. Once we used to do all that, I think the first 2 years, once we retired from Washington, I played one more year halfway with Houston. Then that next summer, we started playing tennis. I went and bought 2 tennis rackets. We played tennis. We worked out. We just did all the stuff that you never expect us to do. Then we started playing pickup ball with guys in Chicago. Chicago had one of the best pickup teams in the country. So one day we was in Chicago. These guys talking mess. This and that. Oh, Mike, you ain't this, and Mike, you ain't that. So we ended up setting it up in Malcolm X College on the South Side. And, gangbangers and people in Chicago. So we was hanging out. So we had about 3,000 or 4,000 people in there just watching, kids and guys. So this guy named Score just kept talking. So the first half, Score probably we was down by 12, said 38 to 50. So, second half started, we started a little slow. So this guy just talking to Mike. Mike said, okay, F. Watch what I'm gonna do. He scored about 30 in a row. It was over. It was good for people who never seen him play. Just see him. He still had so competitive. This guy from a pickup game got him going. So you gotta be careful what you said to him, like Barkley.
Right. You said Barkley.
Hey, I'm gonna call Barkley Turner Braxton because he crying and whining and just be a man about it. You own the beans and you pour them on yourself. It's okay, Barkley. See, TNT, I told you TNT's gonna get you in trouble. Now you're in trouble with two guys, and that's a real problem.
Well, you saw what Charles said about Mike only picked on Steve Kerr and Will Perdue and Scott Burrell. And I do you agree with that? That Mike was selective in who he messed with?
I don't know, but hey, they said like Floyd Mayweather. He ducked and dodged a lot of people. They say, pick who you can beat. So I ain't mad at it. But Barkley should never talk. He was one of the worst teammates of anybody would have in the league. All these guys, Mike won championship. It's different. Like I said about Pascal, I don't mind you can do all this and that. You bring a ring to this team, the city, the fans. You can dance down Broadway with just your underwears on. But Barkley just like to talk. He was a great player. He probably was the top 2 power forward, probably number 1 at his side. I can't get him over Tim Duncan, maybe Kevin McHale, but he ended up calling on. But he could play, but he didn't have no leadership. And so what Mike did to be a leader, maybe some other guys should, you was winning Barkley, a lot in Phoenix, here and there. We hung out a few times together, but he crossed that bridge when he tried to smack me in a game and do this. I don't play like that.
Oh, he smacked you in the game? I didn't remember that.
Well, he played smack me, but he ain't smack me like that. Now, don't play with me at all. but Barkley, he's a character. They love him on TV. He's never right.
We all know the story, Oak, about you smacking Barkley.
Oh, yeah, man, that's legendary. I told him whenever he had said something about, I said, if you mention anybody's name, if you mention the alphabet close to C, either B or D, I'm gonna come to see you. So he got, he probably was drinking one night and forgot about I'm in New York, and he had said something. I told him if he say anything about name begin with a C, I'm gonna come and see him. But hey, back in our days, when you call guys out and talk mess, you better have some gloves next time you see it, because he's gonna come to you.
Now, you were known as the toughest dude in the league.
I didn't try to build myself to be tough. I didn't let nobody mess with my teammates, and I definitely gonna let you mess with me. So,
how did guys know? Because I don't remember you really getting any big fights in the games, right?
Well, I got in a couple. They didn't last long, but just like that Detroit thing, they didn't do that when I was in the booth. They waited till I left.
Right.
All of them.
Because you played them in the series. Yeah.
Huh?
You played the Detroit in the series.
But they didn't play like they was knocking guys down. See, it's a different when you play hard. They tried to do it. Larry Bird wasn't tough. Rick Mahorn, them guys were just nice. They act like them. Dennis Rodman, them guys some lanes, man. For real.
Is that where Michael's disdain for them comes from, the way they played? Like, he thought they were trying to hurt him?
Yeah, well, if you watch something, they turning sideways and throwing their elbows, coming out. When somebody trying to hurt somebody in basketball. When somebody, like somebody hit him a low blow. Everybody working see, but I'm just saying, if the guy keep hitting you with a low blow, he's trying to do it.
Right.
One time we go with it. But Detroit, they played around the edge. They had Isaiah, and, he whined, and now he acting like all that stuff happened back with the All-Star with Mike, and then if you watch his tape, when they walked off the court, you see Isaiah trying to duck behind Lambeer. Like, Isaiah, okay, you always talking about you from the west side of Chicago, and what that mean? I hate when guys always want your brother to fight. Fight for yourself.
Well, I was going to ask you, what was it just the way Isaiah walked off the court that bothered Jordan? Because Jordan still clearly has a lot of dislike for him. What is the root of it? The All-Star freeze-out? Mike believes that happened.
And when they beat him twice, he come and shook his hand. And then when they beat them, he won Lambeer. Lambeer, you the captain. You the guy crying about being on the dream team. Don't bring Lambeer into your cup of tea. Drink the tea like a man.
I hear you. That's because Isaiah obviously denies the freeze-out in the All-Star game. But Mike believes
it's for real. It's for real. If he's still holding grudge this long, he even called the guy. Matter of fact, I made it my duty to watch the Hall of Fame speech again. It was legendary, but there's a lot of other stuff to that we have to talk one of the next one. But when he said George Gervin, Magic, Isaiah, he had facts. He ain't just saying to be saying it. We ain't snitching. We telling the truth.
Right.
So Isaiah know. You know, he's mad because, I mean, yeah, he should have been on the dream team, but don't be mad at Mike. Mike, hey, the commission and everybody, your coach, Chuck Davis, they picked the team.
Right.
Chuck Davis probably didn't want him.
Yeah, I thought Chuck would have fought harder for him.
Yeah,
That's
so the coach ain't fighting hard. Yeah, you tough. I mean, I still can play. You know, probably the second best guard behind Magic in our era.
Yeah.
He can flat out play. You know, but, you know, hey, he has some luggage with him. He ain't always traveled on the trailway. He, you know, took Southwest United. He moved around. So you move around, things come out. You know, people talk, and, you know, it probably got back to him worse than ever. How, even though he froze him out, they probably was somebody talking to somebody he know, and somebody know him and believe what they told him. So they put, like you said, that was another, in the Hall of Fame speech, that's another log on the fire. It's still burning.
Yeah, that's right. Now, you mentioned leaders. I mean, you played with Patrick Ewing in New York, and you said his lack of leadership cost y'all.
No doubt.
Explain that.
Well, just, you know, only thing, what was real bad was Michael and Patrick had David Falk as the agent. Michael did what he wanted to. Patrick had to ask David, was this the right thing to do? So, and when he got to New York, when I got there, I said, oh, we finna roll. Hey, it's just like getting OJ and Jim Brown in the same backfield. We finna win the Super Bowl. So I'm thinking we finna win a chip now, because I seen him play in Georgetown. But I started playing with him. I'm like, he didn't have no push. I mean, he got talent. We know he got talent. I'm talking about that push, get guys and da-da-da, this and that. He couldn't drive nobody on the team. That's what was so weak and so hard. That would hurt me so bad as a player. Just leaving Mike. I'm seeing what he's about to come into. He finna win championship no matter what was in the way, because he's building up to it. The league was, you know, it was trending Chicago, New York, but we had Patrick. But he couldn't galvanize it at all. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have that in a timeout. You get your butt over here. You get over here. None of that.
Yeah, that's
we needed that, because he supposed to be our horse. And back in our era, you know how we went. It was system-mile basketball. But the ball, first two options go through your best two players. I don't care who on the team. Your best two players, the ball going through. You ain't taking no quick shot and a bad shot. You gonna call timeout and call you out. Like, no, it ain't about you. It's about these two guys. And that's how we played. I mean, if you like, why didn't you take more shots? It wasn't for me. I didn't care about taking shots. All I wanted was win and come out and do my part. It's like a music group. If I'm playing a bass and we got other guys playing a guitar, drummer, and I ain't lead singer. I just can't jump in front of the lead singer, start singing the song. That ain't my role. So we basically, everybody had their roles to play. And, you know, Patrick, a lot of people said, well, he might not have had that. He just, some guys play and they leadership. No, I don't get that.
So he just played and worked hard. He didn't talk much. Didn't talk
much. But my thing is, you had to, talk to your. I ain't said talk to other teammates. Talk to your player. He wasn't interacting enough for me to be the number one option. They keep saying we have a number two. I'm saying he's a number two. I'm a number 3 or 4. I didn't care about my option. That's what I'm saying. I can play the game and still get a double-double if I touch the ball or not. See, some guys can't do that because, pretty basketball, okay, yeah, you get all the accolades, dream team, all-star, da-da-da, the NBA commercials. And, okay, cool. I might not never get one, but you know what? I want to say I went out and played hard for my fans, my players, and I left it on the court. I don't, because at the end of the day, people going, like, yeah, I wasn't a consistent all-star or consistent people favor, but at the end of the day, they respect me because, I carry myself as a professional. I was consistent over my year. My interviews, when I said something, I stand on it. I don't just talk about people, talk about it. It's for real.
So you mentioned y'all play tennis. Who wins in that?
He can play. We played ping pong, tennis. We did everything. He's a better golfer. He's a better athlete. I probably only could beat him in 2 things: talking and fighting. So, but no, we never got into it. But
now, you played. I'm guessing they were probably your favorite coaches, Pat Riley and Jeff Van Gundy, and they were against the whole fraternization thing.
Yeah.
So when you played and you guys started competing with the Bulls, did you and Jordan, like when they were in town, did y'all hang out, go eat, or did y'all
got a few times eat? Basically, stay in the room, went by the room or something. Man, life is life, man. I had a job to do. they had a job to do. But I think only thing we never did against the Bulls, we never adjust. That's my key thing. We never adjust when we should have. We never double team Mike. We gave him the same look too much. I just always said, let's double team early. Late in the game, let's play our man. We get to the rim, we step up, man up. But sometimes that you got to, try to make him do something, even though he's gonna get points, but make him work.
Right.
So Indiana, that's it was a tough series for him. I mean, they had that big game and whatever, but and you look at these playoffs and the Eastern Conference Finals, basically. They had some tough match to get out. I think Utah played them tough. Indiana played them tough. Seattle, I don't think Seattle. Indiana has some talent, and Utah wasn't talented, but Carl Malone stepped up.
Right.
Carl Malone, Stockton could play. He was hard though. I like Stockton.
Do you think Pat Riley once said that he thought guys revered Jordan so much that they didn't compete against him? They was like in awe. Was that true with some guys? You think?
Well, a lot of people always try to take the press off of them. I keep telling you, Pat Riley, we didn't adjust. He wouldn't play Orlando Blackman in Game 7, Game 6. I mean, this guy scored 20,000 points. Don't put it on the teammates talking. They ain't got nothing to do with the game. Him and Jeff. I mean, y'all had a chance. The key was Chicago pressed us. They ain't pressed us the whole game, like beginning the third quarter, a situation, 2 or 3 minutes. It ain't the whole game, but we never did nothing tricky to do them. We say we was a one-trick pony.
Right.
We just kept posting Patrick up, and he kept shooting the fadeaway.
Well, and then with Rodman, he's not an offensive threat. Y'all could have doubled off him to double Jordan.
Well, we wasn't really about doubling off. I think I would have double off the other guy. I would have made Scotty, he can make plays. I still will make Scotty make the plays. Rodman going to hit the board, so we double team over Rodman. Then Patrick, he's not really a good guy who block out. He just go get the ball. So Rodman, you got to put the body on him.
To keep him out.
Rodman, he was a smart player, but I don't like him too much. But I give him his credit with what he played the game. Sometimes you can't be a hater. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
Jordan told Isaiah, he's the second best player in basketball. So you don't hate his game. You just hate what he did as an individual.
Right. So you don't like Rodman.
Well, I don't like Rodman for 2 reasons. Since basketball, not doing basketball. Hey, I get, I was in Florida one time. I had a steakhouse down there, right? Called Red Steakhouse. So we down there. We did an appearance a couple of times together. So we in Florida and at a rooftop doing an appearance. And he's like, "What's up for tonight?" I said, "I'm going by my restaurant about 8 o'clock and have some dinner." He's like, "You got a restaurant?" I said, "Yeah, Red Steakhouse." So this clown get there about 7:30. I get there about 8. This man walking around eating off the people's plate, man, for about 10 or 15 minutes. They calling me, "Oh, come and get dinner." I said, "What is he doing?" He eating. I said, "Dinner." I said, "He eating off people's plate?" That's my manager. His name Dennis too. And he said, "Yeah." So I'm like, "Okay, I'm 10 minutes away." It's 8:05. I get to 8:05. I just look I'm looking in the window and seeing him. So I did a B right to him, like I did Barkley. I ain't smacking, but I grabbed him by his collar and drug him out. I said, "Did you never come in here again in your life?"
Wow.
In your life. Man, why he got to be doing all this psychic stuff, married himself? And I have forgot all about that. He went to that the wrestling with the Hulk Hogan.
Right.
And nothing happened. I mean, it's amazing what happened to them. They still was winning. That's going to show you what Mike went through a lot with them guys. And all of them blame him like, "Oh, Mike's stressing me out." Well, Mike's hollering at me. Take a baby pill and go to sleep or something. This guy won y'all championship. Y'all made 2 or 3 shots here and there. But come on, man. Look what he had to go through.
Right. How did he deal with Rodman? I mean, it looked like
he came to work. He knew he was professional when he came to work. So they always said that, Scotty, him, but he just once you show him he can do this, you show him he can do it again, he just kept doing stuff that, I don't know, man. Hey, then get on TV crying, nobody like him, no self-esteem. I'm like, what you gonna do, man? Who cares?
Right.
I mean, people in the world ain't got don't know what a cup of water or don't know what can they brush their teeth in the next 20 minutes or something, and you crying about this and you sitting on top of the world.
Right.
I don't like all these crybabies. All these guys cry and got it good. You got it good. A team pick you up, give you a contract. You won 3 championships. You won 2 in Detroit. You go to San Antonio. You go to all these places, and you crying about something.
Oh, you also you're tight with LeBron and Maverick Carter and his team. How are one thing I saw in the documentary? It looked like Jordan. He obviously was good with the camera and the spotlight, but he didn't seem to really enjoy it. You know, the attention. Whereas LeBron seems very much at home and embraces the media attention. Are they different in that way, or?
Yes, different that way because that's LeBron he's into the Hollywood, he's into the movies, into the shows, So Jordan is more laid back, into playing golf, or just laying back and just doing what he do, run his brand Jordan. So LeBron is way out more going. Jordan wasn't never into that. LeBron, tell people how he feel about situations. I think LeBron get more criticism than Mike in his era.
Right.
LeBron been getting criticism so long, it don't make sense. Why? You make everybody better. They say he's hard to play with. These guys keep telling me these guys hard to play. You can't play number one yourself. You should be glad to be able to play with someone to make you better and give you a chance to win a ring. I don't get these guys. These guys average career 2 or 3 points. Someone's hard to play with somebody. It's hard for them to play with you.
Do you everybody talks about the GOAT debate. Where you stand on that?
My debate stand for the last 10 years. I told them they like Frosted Flake. One just got sugar on them. That's all.
They the same. You don't pick one.
No, both of them in the cockpit. So if he had to go, I mean, MJ was gonna get the edge because he won 6 out of 6 championships. He won 6 in 8 years, and people just they like him on the court, because he played the game, never missed a lot of games. He said what he gonna do. Something like Ali a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But not at that level. But he said we gonna win game 7. How can the man bet against himself the way he won? I mean, he went to the finals 6 times, won 6. I mean, shit, really? Right. But LeBron is all world. The thing he just did, the graduation with the kids, with the president and all that. He's just more outgoing. He's more of a line-life guy. MJ wasn't like that.
So you told me before we got on that you working on a book.
Yeah.
Which tell us about that. I can't wait to read that.
I've been doing podcasts, and I don't know if you heard Bill Simmons a couple years ago. I did I did like 9 topics, and like 8 was just on fire. Like making a CD.
Right.
I was Dr. Dre with the Chronic. I was Tupac. I was 50 Cent. In the club. So I just like go back to like growing up the story, and I was talking to Mab yesterday. I said I was gonna use a couple of stories like LeBron's first year, second year in the league when we went to the All-Star game, and then another one when we was somewhere else. I'm just gonna use stories like what happened, the situation, growing up and this and that, and just good stories, like guys, stories that like ain't like I'm stitching somebody, just real talk about conversations.
That's good. Then
the cookbook and the foundation. Like we go around once this coronavirus over, we're gonna go around. We got mapped off 15 different cities. We're gonna raise money. We're gonna donate all of it to the Coronavirus Foundation. The first year, we got this Play Robinhood. It's a site online that to control bettings on different kind of sports events.
All right, that's great, man. That's great.
Yep.
It's been a pleasure, man, talking with you. It always is.
I hope I did better than Barkley. That makes sense.
When's the last time you saw Charles?
I ain't seen him in a while. He'll come around. I was nice to him at Dominique. They put a statue outside of Atlanta Hawk Stadium.
Yeah.
He was there. So Dominique my guy, so I ain't want to make no fuss. But he don't come around too much. He know. Huh? He know. I mean, he just need to be quiet sometimes. I know he on TV. I know he got a follow. He got more people following him now probably ever in life, but I don't know why they follow him. I mean, he ain't saying
he's outspoken.
Yeah.
What? He's outspoken.
Yeah. Well, he was. Well, I don't know when he played back in the days, he was like, but see, you can voice your opinion. That's what I'm saying. Like when you was a kid, remember they used to tell you, let me a kid about 10, 15 years ago, oh, you can't do this, you can't. Now, everything they say you couldn't do 15 years ago, they cussing, they doing this on TV, they doing this. It's like the Wild Wild West. People, I mean, it's no hitting the brakes no more.
That's
you know,
true.
Kids get 6 or 7 chances to do one thing. You do it twice, you get a whoop. Now they do it. Ain't nothing gonna happen. So it's a free spirit. I ain't mad.
Barkley says him and Jordan fell out because of what Charles said about Charlotte, the Hornets.
They had fell out before that.
That's what I was wondering. It seemed like it had to be more.
Yeah, we told him he no tipping MJ, something else, this and that. I mean, okay. If you got something to say it. I mean, hey, ain't like MJ your girlfriend. It's okay, Charles.
Right.
But no, it's all good. You know, I mean, MJ, he should know about now. If he mad at you, trust me, you're gonna have to see him next lifetime.
Yeah.
What we doing in this lifetime, Charles? It's okay. Ain't no more playing 36 holes, Charles. Ain't no more sitting outside smoking cigars talking about the dream team, Charles. Just take it like a man, Charles Barkley. Be man about it.
All right, Oak, man. Great stuff.
Man.
Great stuff as always, man. Right. I appreciate your time, brother.
No doubt. See y'all.
Good luck with that book.
Oh, no doubt. We coming. Y'all got to do this again with me.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Next year this time, we going to be out and popping.
All right.
All right.
We'll do it again, man. Thank you.
All right, later.